You're looking fine today.
Did you hear?
How have you been?
Right as rain, right as rain.
Please have tin milk, Lionel. Please. Got anything yummy and new? Not today, I'm afraid.
Sally Boyle!
Can you believe I blew it all on these boots?
I'm afraid I haven't got anything new or fashionable for a monk girl like yourself. Everything I've got's as old as me.
Oh, Lionel. You've never felt old to me. I need some tin milk for something I'm brewing.
Oh, well, the trade from over the bridge, well, all we seem to have at the moment is a few tins of leftovers from the war, and they're practically collector's items. Pricey.
Oh, I'm a bit short on funds at the moment. Is there anything we could trade?
Not unless you're willing to go over to the Garden District.
Why not?
A girl like you? Some of the wastrels out there, there's rumours of cannibals, devil worshippers, queue jumpers.
It's sweet that you're looking out for me.
Well, some time ago, Uncle Jack made a record album, Uncle Jack Sings. And I got a collector who's dying to have it. Now, I know there's a bunch of Uncle Jack fans who have a sort of compound on Eel Pie. If anyone's got the album, it's them. Bring me that, and I'll give you all the tin milk I have.
All right. I'll see what I can find. Uncle Jack Records. Jesus Christ. Gwen's life is hanging on... Uncle Jack Records. Not... But Lionel knows that, thank God. Damn it. I better go home and get my Garden District drag. Can't walk around there in the latest Davy Hackney. It gets so resentful. Oh, it's been too long.
Righto.
Mrs. Pankhurst has a shop. How long has she had a shop? I shouldn't be surprised. That woman could sew a wedding suit for an octopus. Mrs. Pankhurst, how have you been?
Couldn't be better. I was having dizzy spells, but they've gone away. Isn't that wonderful, when things just sort of cure themselves?
I've been meaning to go visit the Reform Club, but my old outfit... I seem to have filled out a bit since then, if you can believe that.
Oh, remember when I made you that lovely nurse's uniform? For the Reform Club? You know, I've always wanted to visit there. Wanda's such a good friend of mine, but she never tells me what goes on there. I imagine they drink tea and discuss how to reform government and things like that.
Sort of. Not exactly.
Could you wangle me an invitation? I keep asking my friend Wanda, and she always promises, but somehow it's always next week.
I ought to be able to manage that.
If you could get me an invitation, I'd be ever so thrilled. We could go together. I'll come by when you've got one. Your new outfit should be done by then.
I wish I'd learned to sew. Well, I don't wish it. I'd probably have become a seamstress like Mum.
You take your joy immediately.
on fire?
You take your joy immediately.
Let's spend my money, shall we? That's a bit out of fashion.
What's wrong, dear?
Girls are so beastly. And they tell such vile lies.
How did you provoke them?
How did I?
You act superior and keep to yourself when
Because
you're not...
I don't sit around with them smoking and gossiping about boys and teachers.
You spend all your time with the boys in Rocket Club. They'll probably think you're trying to poach their boyfriends.
They don't even have boyfriends.
Sally, dear, boys aren't your real friends. They're just after one thing. If you don't have girlfriends, you won't have any friends at all.
What's your pleasure, then? What's your fancy?
Thank you very much for your purchase. Please come again.
In case you might have heard a loud explosion coming from the general direction of the Victory Memorial.
I got you an invitation. Are you sure you really want to go to the Reform Club together? I'm not sure that nurse's uniform still fits.
Oh, no. I'm not much of a night owl anyway. I just hate being excluded, you know. Oh, I made your outfit for you. It's ever so slimming. I think you'll look wonderful in it. Oh, you always look wonderful.
You're such a dear. What would I do without you?
Come by any time you need something new to wear. It's such a joy making clothes for you. You always make me look so good.
Our local football team has done it again. A thrilling victory over some tough rivals.
You can't just wave a weapon about. It's not a toy.
Should clear up soon, I imagine.
Is it filet mignon? Is it roast chicken?
You're looking very
Or is
tall
it just
today.
Lovely day for it.
Couldn't be better, thanks.
What a lovely
Tell
day
you what
to
it is.
promenade.
You'll have to go visit yourself. And do give your faithful...
There you are.
Right?
Lovely day for it.
All right.
To obtain your pass, you simply need to present yourself in person with a recent photograph.
You take your joy immediately.
Lovely weather.
They say
nobody
you see the
will.
oddest
I
shadows.
think that's terrifying.
Well, look at you.
I hope the baker comes back from holiday soon.
There has been some excitement.
I've got my eye on you.
I hope the baker comes back from holiday.
Don't you look well?
Lovely day for it.
Couldn't be better, thanks.
Right as rain. Right as rain.
One of these days, Gwen, I'm going to teach you all about chemical interactions. They're so much more reliable than boys. Now is the time to dare and endure, right? This is a fucking state of affairs. Pardon my French. Could be worse.
It's hard when you can't trust your own memory.
How do I join the brave soldiers of the Home Army? Now, I've asked the Home Army leadership to respond. They would like to know that the Home Army has a full complement of highly trained warriors ready to
What doesn't kill you makes you strong, eh?
I'm tired of fighting and running all the time.
Right, you. This is a decent neighborhood.
You're all B-mates!
Still alive. I wonder if I'm a cat. We could all use a bit of help, couldn't we?
Pie. You'd be amazed what people throw in for.
You don't need to know him. Some people have asked. The Home Army. I've asked the Home Army leadership to respond.
This is for the benefit of Mr. Kite. The rabbit got into the garden.
Sounds like some sort of secret message.
I remember what they gave me, and I didn't eat.
I suppose I'll just have to use my hand.
What happened to your dolly?
That loony who lives in the treehouse. He managed to convince some idiot to steal it. We can't put on our show without a puppet. And it's a shame. We're really the only fun people can have around here. Unless you count taunting the bobbies.
Maybe I can talk to him and convince him to give your doll back.
I doubt it. He thinks the doll is Peachy Carnan, one of his secret agents.
I can be fairly convincing sometimes.
Am I my brother's keeper? Am I?
Hello. Are you a friend of Uncle Jack?
Of course. Who isn't?
You'd be surprised. Some people seem to think that because we're out here in the Garden District, we have to abandon all pretense of civilization.
We can't take joy, but that doesn't mean we can't see the world the way Uncle Jack does, right? It's just a question of concentration.
Oh, yes. In fact, Uncle Jack has heard of you.
He's heard of us? You can't be serious.
Is he going to talk to us on the TV? Oh, but we never get the new programs out here.
What did he say? How do you know?
Why don't you ask him? He's coming to visit. He wants to do a live broadcast from here.
He's coming here? But the place is a mess.
We have to clean up. Uncle Jack's coming.
He's coming.
Uncle Jack's coming.
That's the spirit. Let's show Uncle Jack just how much we love him. I know. Believe me. I know.
Well, well. There's more of us every day.
Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? Stay where you belong.
Here. Get out.
I see you!
There they are. Get them.
Can't kill us all. There's the one that's done it. Don't think I won't sniff you out.
Bloody lurker.
There's the one. What done it?
Are we doing what we're supposed to do? Stay where you belong.
Fine. I've got better things to do than chase your ass across town.
Stay where you belong. Now you're supposed to be doing that. Are we supposed to?
The woman gave me, and I...
We need this more than you do. At least we're both in this together.
Never say you don't have a choice. Everybody has choices.
Now you're supposed to be doing that. Are we supposed to? What exactly are you doing?
Wonder if Lionel can make some sort of automatic baby feeder for me. Then I wouldn't have to run back home as often to feed Gwen. Sounds a bit hard-hearted, doesn't it, Gwen? But Mummy's trying to save our lives. I know just how you feel.
Pain doesn't make you brave. It doesn't make you anything. It's all falling apart.
I always get eliminated early in Simon Says. It's so frustrating because I love Simon Says, and I don't get to play very much of it before I get confused. And I'm out. You don't want to get down on your joy, do you? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. But look, just because you're out doesn't mean you can't keep playing. Just go to the sidelines and keep playing. After all, no one's going to arrest you.
You won't get away with this, Dr. Verloc. I've come to stop your evil scheme.
Ha! You've fallen into my evil trap.
What's going on? I can't move.
Yes, Mr. Croker. It's my paralyzing ray.
But wait. Here's Peachy Conahan with his Special Operations Executive hand mirror. He reflects your paralyzing ray back at you.
No! What are you doing? Now I can't move.
Things will look brighter in the morning.
If you find fresh fruit or veg.
Can't you read? No girls allowed.
Even if one of those girls is a secret agent?
You're an agent of the Special Operations Executive? Prove it.
I've been inside Dr. Verloc's lair.
Shh! Don't say that out loud.
I've met Sergeant Stubbs, and I know what his favourite code is. Do you?
All right. You are a secret agent.
Central needs Peachy to go on a secret mission. It's a very important, very dangerous mission behind enemy lines.
Peachy? You can't expect me to let you take Peachy?
I think we have to ask Peachy whether he wants to go or not. Don't we?
He doesn't want to go, do you, Peachy? Oh. Well, that's very brave of you. No, of course, Peachy. We all know there's a war on. Well, if we don't meet again, it's been an honour to command you. Safe travels, Peachy. He says he'll go with you. God be with you both.
Where are the Americans?
Well, don't you worry, dearie. Everything will be all right from now on.
I don't think they've quite got the hang of ambushing people.
Thief! 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 Yeah! You want to play hide and seek? I love it! Catch! I didn't say Simon Says! Fuck off home!
We've come to the end of our time! We've come to the end of our time!
I never did like picnics. Oh, baby, I wouldn't do this for anybody else.
Am I my brother's keeper? Am I?
Don't come.
I did eat.
Bloody waste of time.
There you are!
Didn't you? The one!
I see you!
There's the one who did it!
Get up!
That's
You
the
can't
one!
kill all
Get
of
it!
us! I see you!
There's the one who did it!
Murderer!
did you get our dolly?
I did. And I don't think you'll have any more trouble with Johnny Bolton.
Oh, that's wonderful. Do you want to stay for our show? We'll be able to start it in a few moments, thanks to you.
When did my squirrel come home?
Just now.
Don't disturb me. What did you say? All these things? Has my little spendthrift been wasting money again?
Yes, but woman, this year we can really let ourselves go a little. This is the first Christmas we have not needed to economize.
Still, you know, we can't spend money recklessly.
Yes,
Things fall apart.
What rough beast.
Hello. Let's have a look at you, shall we? You're in tip-top shape, aren't you? You were so pleased you survived the Garden District.
Oh, what's going on?
Discovered, didn't you? Aren't you the clever one?
Sorry, moustache.
All right.
Should clear up soon, I imagine.
All right.
Prentice Gibson. Mr. Gibson says, what do you call... Bottom of the sea. Not enough downers.
I'm gonna chuck something in case I need to run.
How true! How very true! I mean, you don't want to damage a perfectly good trampoline, do you?
Sally Boyle! I hope you found the Uncle Jack record. Me brother's been pestering me.
I have indeed.
You're Brillo! Milk you shall have!
Lionel, you're sort of handy, aren't you?
Well, I do like to tinker. You'd be amazed at the state of some of these things when they come into the shop. Can't sell them if I can't fix them.
I have some designs for some apparatuses.
Some sort of water feeder for birds?
Oh, heavens no. I can't stand the crows. It's for my flowers. Mustn't overwater, but I keep forgetting to water it all.
Oh, of course. Well, let me see what I got in the back there. I bet I can find all the pieces sooner or later. They never show up right away, but they always show up sooner or later. Check back in a bit.
Gwen's got something to eat at least.
Where do you think you're going?
That's a proper citizen.
And here's one from... Not that one, no, this one here. It's from Clive Pritchard of Slatebrook Road.
They don't make them like you anymore.
Either I've got the bloody weight of the world on my shoulders, or I need to drop a few things I'm carrying. Here we go, darling. Baby milk. You won't believe what Mummy had to do to get this for you. Well, I'll never tell you, frankly. Who's at the bloody door now?
Sorry to bother you, ma'am. The lads is, wondering if you've got any blackberry ready for 'em.
Oh, I'm working on it. In a day or two, I hope.
The lads is getting a mite twitchy, to tell you the truth. I must ask you to accompany me to the station so you can explain yourself to them precisely.
I don't understand the worry. Haven't I always provided you with Blackberry? I just had a little hiccup in the lab. I'd be working on it right now, but apparently you lads are lonely.
That ain't quite true though, Harm, is it? You've been seen all over town doing all sorts of things.
We don't imagine that Lionel Cashier is much of a source of pharmaceutical ingredients.
Oh, but there, you'd be wrong, Constable. See, I had to replace some bits of lab equipment.
And you've been roaming around the Golden District doing Lord knows what.
Yes, well, Blackberry's made with herbal extracts. Why do you think it's called Blackberry?
And the Victorial Memorial Camp? 2 visits in the last week? I suppose them visits was for our benefit as well.
Not at all. I was visiting the General. He also gets quite cross when I haven't seen him in a while.
So he... well, yes, of course you would. Right. Well, we can hardly expect Miss Boyle to ignore the General now, can we, lads? Ha! Of course you would.
Nonetheless, Miss Boyle, the lads have developed an appetite for your fine cooking, as it were. If they go hungry, chaos will ensue. We must insist that you devote your full and urgent attention to feeding them.
Or what?
Or we shall be compelled, willing or no, to provide your assistance, willing or no, to Dr. Verloc. And that won't be cheery for either of us.
I guess I can't blame them for being antsy. It's not fun going off Blackberry. And if they go back on regular Joy, they'll get the cramps and they won't even remember why. Thank God I'm almost done with this new batch.
Oh, do you?
It's one of our greatest English virtues. Have one here. Question. Why do we bury diners 20 feet under? Answer. Because deep down, they're really nice. Deep down. I think that's the best one of all.
Give up, and I won't smash your face. Now, say goodnight. I'll fix you.
I see you. You're coming with me.
Yeah.
There.
Right. I'm done fooling around. Right. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Right. That cuts it. Right.
Jesus. Smells like burning chemicals. Oh, shit. Where's the fire extinguisher? Christ almighty. Jesus, no. First things first, how bad is the damage to the lab? The triode on the crystallizer's broken. Ugh. Where do I get an N7 vacuum tube? Oh, God. My old chemistry box. It must be still in my old house. I was really hoping I'd never have to go back there. You're tired, aren't you? Mummy's so tired you could cry, too. Did you know that? Why didn't you close your lovely eyes? Your girl needs her beauty sleep. Wouldn't you like to have some lovely dreams? Mummy could really use some lovely dreams. Yeah, really could.
Right down and here, more Mr. Right, I've had it with you. Right, right, done fooling around. Done fooling around.
I wish I weren't such rubbish at tinkering.
Fog is rolling in, and you know who's in it.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Damn it! Olaf! Lasciati ogni speranza. I don't actually like long walks.
It was a hard... when wolves came down from the hills and attacked the sheep. And the wolves brought crows, which would wait for the sight of rotting meat. But the crows did not always wait for death. And some said it was not only wolves who were... Pages in old books that are not there now. And who knows if they too vanished in the woods to the Piper's Tune.
I've forgotten how bright joy is. Home, James. Well, that's enough of being here. Please. Just taking a load off.
Oh! I won't have it.
These heels are ridiculous, really.
Shut up! Shut up! We'll have none of that around here!
Come out and take your
What
medicine.
are you doing? You can't hide from me!
Be off with you then!
Oi! I'll put you to bed, all right? Stayed in bed! Fine. Catch you next time. Oi! I'll tuck you in, all right? And don't you forget it!
Did you give her joy?
She never loved me. She went blubbering on about some childhood sweetheart who left on a train. Apparently, he made quite the impression.
Did you give her joy?
I almost didn't. I thought Trollope deserves to be in the Garden District. She only stayed with me to avoid the unpleasantness of breaking it off.
You haven't taken your own joy, have you?
Joy doesn't help. You never really forget, do you? It just makes things fuzzy around the edges, you know? So you can pretend. I want to forget her forever.
I'm not sure Oblivion exists.
Please. You want my mojo recipe, don't you?
Forgetting could be dangerous. It's not like joy. There'll be holes in your memory. Like a church made out of cheese and the whole congregation is mice. You might forget more than you want to.
I don't care. It's fair trade. Your future for my past.
Well, look at you. Here's the recipe for Oblivion. I tell you not to tell anyone where you got it, but there's very little danger of that. Goodbye, Benedict.